The first one, just a fact check, because your opponent almost every day.
Okay, there's no such thing as a little job.
Okay, fair. Because your opponent almost every day seems to be talking about this. So I just want to ask you yes or no. At any point in your life, have you served 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, working out at McDonald's? Yes or no? That's it.
I have.
Okay. Now the other job. But
it was not a small job. Like, I did the fries. I mean, yes, but I did.
All right, so I guess maybe she worked at McDonald's. Trump, though, he's not so convinced. Take a listen to what he had to say yesterday in response to that.
We don't want to hear Kamala's fake promises, even something like she worked very long and hard hours over French fries at McDonald's. She'd never worked at McDonald's. It was a fake story. It was a fake story. The press now refuses to write it because it's so, there's a very simple one. She said she worked at McDonald's and she didn't. Not highly sophisticated, not complicated. It was a lie. She never worked at McDonald's over the hot French fries. I think I'm going.
So, Rick.
Totally true.
Yeah, we haven't ever seen a picture of her working at McDonald's. We've never seen anything in writing. McDonald's says they can't find a record of her working at McDonald's. This seems like something you could prove if you worked at McDonald's.
Well, it's not like she is claiming she worked at McDonald's in 1867. No. You know what I mean? Kamala's 59 years old. There are things called W-2s. Yeah. By the way, if you worked there and you weren't a volunteer, and last time I checked, McDonald's doesn't have volunteer burger flippers, right? Work in the window.
Should be illegal.
We would have a tax record.
Right.
This is very easy to hunt this down. We would
very
have taxes,
easy.
Year, dates, W-2.
How about this? Which one?
Right.
Right. Tell us the location. Go back there.
Where did you do the fries? Just tell us, honestly. It would be so easy. She could lose the entire California vote simply because she didn't work at In-N-Out.
In-N-Out Burger. That's exactly right. That's such a good. That'd be funny.
I mean, she's out there in California going, I worked at McDonald's, the competitor to In-N-Out. I mean, that people are going to be furious about that.
Totally
Where's the Los Angeles Times? This is hard-hitting journalism right here.
Well, I think
just show us which one. Honestly, we should just absolutely
You think she'd want to go back and
one.
have a photo op there, right? Hey, this is where I got my.
Well, it's like Kamala
Trump
owning a
should
gun.
go to it.
If you own a gun, it goes. It's like the Kelly. Remember and I brought this up yesterday. And this is obviously a much bigger one. But you remember the birth certificate issue with Donald Trump, calling it out. Barack Obama, sitting president, eventually released his long-form Hawaiian birth certificate, which was on the level. Okay, it took him a while, and it was like, why wouldn't you just put out the fire now? Kamala, if you own a gun, let's see a photograph of the gun.
Other one.
Let's see you at a gun range. If you worked at McDonald's, look, you paid taxes. Okay, this was probably what, in the 80s? No, probably in the 70s, I guess. She's 59, so probably in the mid-70s. Very easy to run that down. This is an issue because McDonald's publicly stated they don't have a record of her working there. Doesn't mean it didn't happen, by the way. I'm not accusing the Vice President, Mrs. Vice President, of lying, okay? I'm just saying this is something that it's very easy to put these fires out.
Yes.
Well, it goes to her authenticity, right? She's the most inauthentic candidate ever running for president of the United States.
Yeah, she's holistic.
Yeah, she's holistic. But, if Fox News poll a few weeks showed that 55% of Americans believe that she'll say whatever she needs to say to win the presidency. And that can be lie after lie. And you're right. These are very simple things to find out, even just with simple follow-up questions from Stephanie Rule. Okay, where was this McDonald's? In what state? Where was it located? What was the clientele like? But she doesn't get that. Oprah could have said, okay, what kind of gun? Is it a handgun? Is it a shotgun? What type of gun do you own? Have you ever been to the range? Have you ever fired it before? Have you taken classes? Things that if people are. Yes. So if you're caught in a lie, she wouldn't have the answers to that. But if she were telling the truth, it'd be very easy to explain her positions here.
The one get out of jail free. And I'm just saying, watch out for this. Don't forget, Kamala lived in Oakland in a few different houses. Her dad wasn't on the scene. She was raised by her Indian mother with her sister in a couple different houses in and around the Bay Area. Two of them were in Oakland. I visited one of them when I was out there a few weeks ago. But then she spent a decade in Canada. So wouldn't it be interesting if there was no record because, the tax code is a little different up there and you can't quite trace it, but she worked at a Mickey D's, outside Quebec or something. It's a possibility.